And welcome everybody here in Twitch chat and everybody on YouTube for a special Saturday stream. What we're going to do today is play the standard gauntlet, the best 2 out of 3 format. This is the same format that you have in your seasonal tournaments. And I've been playing this a little bit off stream, but on stream, we play our decks in ranked. You play a lot of ranked, and then play our 5-game sets, upload it over to YouTube, and it's just a nice, easy format to be able to make YouTube videos and things like that, and easy to digest. But what we're going to do today is, maybe have a little bit more of a competitive video with like what seasonal tournaments kind of look like with these best 2 out of 3 formats. The 3 decks that I'm going to be playing today are going to be Ionia Viktor, the Howling Abyss, and Zoe Shyvana, all decks that I've played to pretty good success in different ranked videos, but these 3 in particular were ones that I've been playing this gauntlet off stream for some practice, and I've played it in 2 gauntlets so far. The first gauntlet, and so like 2 weeks ago gauntlet and last week's gauntlet. These exact same lists, and these are the exact same lists that we played in the YouTube videos. All of them a little while ago, right? Because like I said, I played these same lists 2 weeks ago in the gauntlet. So I think this one was from like 14 days ago, and the Zoe Shyvana was from like 21 days ago and stuff like that. So I haven't really changed these lists. But anyway, the first gauntlet, I was 3-0, but I didn't play there was 4 games. I didn't play the 4th match because it was late at night, need to go to bed, And then the next day, I found out that like the gauntlet closed because it closes. It was like a Monday night, so it closed the next day. So that was too bad. So I didn't get the chance to get the final glory. And then last weekend, I did get the final glory, went 4-0 with the deck. So haven't lost yet with these 3. We've lost individual games. So I haven't lost a 2 out of 3 set. Now, so I just wanted to say that like I've had some success with these decks and stuff like that. Now, hopefully I didn't just jinx myself and we'll just like lose both of our matches right away. Hopefully not. But all 3 of these decks are all they're all defensive. They're good against aggressive decks. They have a lot of defensive elements to them. And so when you play the best 2 out of 3 format, you do get to ban one of your opponent's decks. And so I want to ban the like control decks, the decks that go really big. So you're like Lysandra Trundle, your Aurelion Soul decks, that kind of stuff. And I want to play against more aggressive decks. That's the goal. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a shot. Let's see how we do. Okay, so it's going to be 4 matches. And these can be long matches because, like I said, I have defensive decks, and you're playing best 2 out of 3, so it could be like 3 games. So we may have to do 2 different videos because it could be like 6 games in one video and then 6 games in the next video, basically. But we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so opponent's playing Aurelia Azir, Thresh Nasus, and Ashe LeBlanc. This is tough. Of like which one to put back, to ban. I'm fairly comfortable with the Aurelia Azir and Thresh Nasus matchups with all these decks. It doesn't mean I'm going to win 100% of the time, but I'm just comfortable with those matchups. So I'm going to be banning this thing. I think Zoe Shyvana is my best deck, so it's too bad that they banned that. This one's my favorite one to play right now, just in general. The Howling Abyss deck, so I always choose the Howling Abyss first. That's like my rule. I always choose it first. Ionia Viktor, I think, is my worst deck out of the 3, and that's the one I could definitely change. I'm pretty set on like Howling Abyss and Zoe Shyvana, but Ionia Viktor is the one that's not as good. All right, so we're playing against Aurelia Azir. You're gonna go, and Trundle. I'm not sure. I could take it or leave it. I guess I'll leave it. It's probably not smart to keep 5-mana card in this matchup when you can just draw a bunch more 5-mana cards.
I can learn from watching you.
So, like I said, this is my favorite deck right now. I did use just some of my whatever they're called, the prismatic essence. The essence, that's what it's called. I did use some essence and made all of my units, all the things that can make units are going to be prismatic in here. So these two cards are very scary. I'm going to go ahead and just set up the round 3 Avalanche. Get a 2-for-1. This is going to kind of be a 2-for-1 no matter what. It was either kill both of those, or maybe they play like a bounce spell, but then, you know, I'd trade for like 1 unit and a bounce spell. And that's still a 2-for-1.
Hey, Krabby. That's my resting face.
Let's take the Golden Sister.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
So while I could have hushed the Green Glade duo, I also kind of figured that the Green Glade duo is going to be bigger in a future attack, and I'll hush it in a future attack. Yeah, Ionia Viktor. Yeah, I could play a more aggressive list instead of Ionia Viktor. I'm considering playing the gem on the Solar Priestess and just attacking with that as well. It's 7 damage coming in.
Come on!
Witness glory.
All in the shoulders.
Your Emperor commands. I have risen and weakened Shurima.
Fortunately, I don't know if I'm going to have time for that.
Stand behind me. They won't hurt you.
If they hurt you,
For that Howling Abyss.
never forgive myself.
Good hand the opponent has had here. Good hand. They got to do this because otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. Basically. I said I'd love to hush the Green Glade duo, but
They look angry.
this is going to save a lot of damage. Plus, like, Aurelia would have leveled up right there, right? So, like, now Aurelia's at 11 out of 12 instead.
They'll never see us coming.
Remember this day.
We were born in the First Land, and we will defend them until the end. Believe or burn.
Gosh, I have too many gems.
In Shurima's name.
Too many gems. I think that Ice Shard would have been a nice card to have. Yeah, that probably would have been a nice card to have.
Daylight star, ruler of the skies.
The cliffs themselves are my barracks. Smashing!
Don't have Homecoming. I mean, they have to make that block anyway, because like this is them going down to 1. They could be worried. Like, you have to be. They just saw me burn an Ice Shard, right? So yeah, they have to be a little worried about Ice Shard, right? Like if they were planning on going down to 1, you would think you'd have to be a little bit worried about Ice Shard.
You need not follow, but you will witness.
All right, they had a very good hand. GG's. Braum, I needed you earlier. Braum, you're so good in this matchup. Like, that's just 10 power of attackers, you know? Just Aurelia just creates a thing that's 10 power of attackers. Oh, never mind, even more. I forgot, like, these things. 13 power of attackers. And then also, Aurelia can just swap with any of them. Dang, that's brutal. That's brutal. Alright, so we lost our first game. It's not a matchup I lose very often. I guess I could have, you know, waited on my avalanche. So yeah, I think I needed to wait on the avalanche, and obviously I got too many gems. Like, I think I needed to not block one of those 1-power things, because, you know, I got too many gems, right? Then I couldn't have an ice shard. Like, that was my big problem. Yeah, that last game with an ice shard, that last turn would have been amazing. Okay, so so Braum's like best card in the deck. Like, if you can pick one card to have, Braum's like it. Right now, probably my next card that I want is like Avalanche right now. The Flash Freeze would have been awesome to have against Nasus later on, but it's hard to keep a card that you don't want for a while in the opener. Just stack for 2. I guess that would be 2 little. Sometimes the opponent just has, you know, 9 power turn 2 attacking. That's never good.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this happens sometimes too. Don't you love that, like, right after round 2, whenever it would have been really nice to have a blocker, that's whenever we draw our blockers for round that, like, should have showed up round 2.
How can Braum
Yeah, not having the round 2 blocker
Right, Arda?
is certainly a problem against this deck. Another great hand, though, right? Like, yeah, 9 power on round 2, and then double Merciless Hunter to back it up for round 3, round 4. GG's. Because it's just the fearsome on these cards, right? Like, that's the problem. I can deal with 2 of them. So, like, right now I can... Ugh. I could have gone to 1 from an open attack, you know, with the help of Troll Chain and Troll Ghost. But now I can't go to 1 if we're going to Ice Shard. Ice Shard kills me. Just have to hope they mess up.
The way.
I don't really have any hope now with that after they played this other 3/3. Yeah. Okay, so first time I've ever lost with this format. Like I said, I jinxed myself by saying that beforehand, that I never lost with this format. And there we go, first time I ever did. Great hands, opponent. Like I said, I'm very comfortable with those matchups. You don't always win. Opponents won these 2 times. Good games. Okay, so we're here for match 2. We have, you know, two decks that are all about attacking with Scouts and Sivir LeBlanc. And this Lysandra Talia can put a whole bunch of 8/8s in play very fast, and that's honestly very scary. I'm going to be banning that deck. Alright. Braum Trundle. Okay, so we want Braum, we want Avalanche. Good, we got 2-drop blocker, we got Braum Troll Gifts. Very good. We're going to mulligan second Braum, even though second Braum can be the, like this champion spell is very good, but like the Troll Gifts kind of does that. But having the blue Sentinel blocker this time, that's big. This are, you know, like the other two matchups, we didn't have a 2-drop to block. I guess we did the first one, but I opted to Avalanche instead.
I've got your back.
Good draw. Good draw.
Let's get it, crew.
Because that's going to give me my 2 spell mana now. You know, still have Braum plus Troll Gifts next round.
My steel is yours.
Yeah, the Shell Shocker is a little bit of a shocker.
Bullet to the face.
Let us get going. Let's show our friends the door. Show me your best.
Man, Braum's so good. Especially with Troll Gifts. Like, Troll Gifts Braum. Having, you know, 2/7 Braum. That is tough for these aggro decks to get through, is 2/7 Braum. So I didn't just die immediately with my opponent attacking for, you know, 9 on round 2 this time. So looks like a pretty decent spot to Avalanche. So these are the cards that I wanted, right? I wanted, like, this is exactly what you want. You want 2-drop blocker, and you want Braum, Troll Gifts, and Avalanche. Exactly what I was hoping for.
Here we go.
Alright, blocking here to level up Braum.
Time to celebrate.
I don't need that thing anymore. It did its job. I'll just take a mana now, please. Thank you. The good old 5/10 Braum. Sure. I don't really know what we would fall in common in this matchup. Maybe they just have like a random Bright Steel Protector.
Between me and my mark.
It would be quite random.
Time for talking. We should be friends.
Sure, I guess you just trade or something. Dang, this Braum though.
You'll pay.
Messenger. Let's draw a card. Okay, there we go. We're halfway there. So now can Ionia Viktor, the deck that I think is kind of the weakest of my 3, can we pick up a win with that against one of these 2 attacking decks? I've never, for all the games that I've said that I've done with the Gauntlet, everybody's always banned either Ionia Viktor or Zoe Shyvana. And it's been a little bit more Zoe Shyvana, but it's been pretty 50-50. A lot of people have banned Ionia Viktor. Nobody's ever banned Braum Trundle Howling Abyss yet. Not a single person. Okay, Silver LeBlanc. What are we nopifying? Like, there's 3 mana Noxus cards. I guess those could maybe be nopified. But... you know, if they have, like, Whirling Death, I guess. That's not very many options. With this deck, of course, it's all, like, the 2-drops are kind of like the core of the deck. There's 3 Ballistic Bot and 3 Eye of the Dragon. And those are kind of those are like the 2 cores of the deck. So don't have either one.
Would you look at this place?
But that's okay. There's also 3 copies of Viktor's Champion spell, Death Ray.
Anyone hurt?
Which that card is quite good against aggro, just in general. But unfortunately, I got this Thermogenic Beam. That's a little rough.
Tenacity
I guess I have to let them attack with Legion Marauder once.
watch me.
Come on, boys.
I was definitely considering just using 6 mana Thermogenic Beam on the Legion Marauder, not gonna lie. I was definitely considering that. Okay.
Join the glorious evolution.
Places to go, people to be.
Yeah, possibly. The question was like, you can attack there. No, like, yep, possibly. I was definitely considering. Yeah, possibly.
I won't stand by.
Go time.
Kills the dragon, hopefully blocking.
Up top.
Stand firm.
13 damage for LeBlanc.
Genius in action. No materials, no improvements.
Okay, I like that challenger.
The brilliant design. Genius in action.
Fearsome. Not a very good keyword.
Yes, of course.
The spirit gives to those who listen.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess. Okay, so I was kind of planning on passing, because I thought they were holding up protection for LeBlanc, but I guess they were just waiting for me to tap under deny.
We each hold a world within.
So now, which one of these two am I or what am I killing? If I challenge a Legion Marauder, then it levels up LeBlanc. So I could just challenge LeBlanc, because the Eye of the dragons kind of just block the Legion Marauders. I have to eventually deal with them somehow, probably. Are they giving these Legion Marauders Overwhelm? We did see them play a Kato. I kind of wonder it's better to kill Legion Marauder.
The black rose blooms once more.
Genius in action.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
Let's have some fun.
Okay. Get a removal spell. Whimsy's pretty nice.
Crows will have what's left.
Guess they could have Might.
Plenty for all of us.
Okay, no Might.
Another brilliant design.
Gave them the opportunity if they, they did might one of these. Then we would have cast Whimsy. Scout with that Challenger.
Valuable? It probably is, eh?
Okay, so I've played my 2 spells. Yeah, Quick Attack. Quick Attack would be the best. Rodeo Dev, what's up? Thanks for joining in.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Genius in action.
Quick Attack.
Energy core upgraded.
Lifesteal.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
So if I would have played the Heimer first, then I would have made a turret, and then the turret would have leveled up Viktor.
Submit.
Kind of want to just keep protecting this Viktor. Want to have the mana to protect Viktor. Wow, really? Quicksand? You quicksanded me? That's what we're doing over here, quicksand? It's the Eye of the Dragon. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Remember me.
One-size papers, now faces. Our goals are greater than petty violence.
Okay. Still have a couple of denies for some kind of protection. Might is probably the card that I'm worried about the most. But yeah, there we go. But now that Viktor is an 8/8 lifesteal, and once I play my next card, it turns into a 10/9 lifesteal.
Brought to life.
There we go. All right, back to 1-1. All right, so looking at our decks, we got Lysandra Trundle, we got Fiora, we got Elise Spiders. I do not want to face Lysandra Trundle too much. Now, Fiora is also very scary. Both of these cards are very scary. Now, I have like 5 Hushes in these 2 decks combined as far as taking out Fiora goes. We're going to get rid of the Lysandra Trundle. What? See, again, I just always jinx myself. I said that I've never lost in any of these matches, so then immediately lose. I said that my opponents have never banned this Howling Abyss deck, and so they immediately do. I love this matchup against Fiora. I'll just play it. I mean, I guess... Okay, I just said I love this matchup against Fiora, but now I'm a little skeptical. Okay, so I have the Hushes, which are great. But... I kind of also... have like too many units that are just kind of not very good. Like Egghead Researcher, right? Like Egghead Researcher dies super easily. And so I'm keeping like Star Shaping to find like something that's big that doesn't die super easily. And then like fight spells if we find, like our dragons. I guess I could probably play 1 Egghead Researcher. I don't really need to. That's just to get a card out of my hand. Okay, so they are... they are a little bit in panic mode. The thing about like playing like the all-in Fiora list is you do have a fail rate. It's not a very high fail rate, but you do have a fail rate of just not being able to find Fiora whatsoever. Alright, fine. Right, because you have 6 Fioras in your deck between Fiora and Entreat, and if you don't draw one of those 6, you do have a fail rate. So unfortunately, I mean, good news, we won. Bad news is we just got rid of like our best deck. Alright, so Ionia Viktor, you're gonna have to win again. You know, like, I wish they would have had like that game against the Ionia Viktor deck, right? Not against the deck where I'm holding, you know, multiple star shapings that can obliterate units and, you know, multiple hushes and all that kind of stuff. Alright, all their stuff's like burst speed. I guess scales is okay. We got an Elimir.
Take a stance and hold it.
They would fall by my blade. I have no time for fools.
Do it, block. What could they have that they wanted to block? Oh, Brittle Steel? Do they have Chain Vest? Hopefully no Chain Vest. So they had Elixir of Iron, but I'd rather see Elixir of Iron than Chain Vest. Still not great, right? I would prefer them to have neither, but if they're going to have one of the two,
Quickly, stronger.
I would prefer that.
With utmost efficiency. Metalist perfection. Energy core upgraded.
Love it. Tough is good.
Another brilliant design. Ingenious. Genius in action. Analyzing approach.
Alright, that's cool too.
Another brilliant design.
That's one of the worst plays I've ever seen. They should know I have both MK2s in my hand. Because, like, I just have to, because it's been enough cards since that.
Everything I've worked.
That's a give-up play right there. We don't know what else is in their hand and everything, but that was just a give-up play.
One step closer.
Alright, 2-1. Alright, so we're halfway there to our prime glory. We're gonna go ahead and cut it off here, and we're gonna we're gonna split this up into 2 videos because this is a longer thing instead of it being like an hour-and-a-half video. So far 2-1, but you know, just counts as 2-0 because you're right, like it's double elimination. So make sure y'all stop by again for part 2 of our last chance gauntlet, the standard gauntlet here, the best 2 out of 3 format. And of course, y'all on YouTube, leave those comments. Let me know what you think of the 3 decks, just this format in general, you know, how you like it, everything like that. Ben kind of talk about, like, maybe should there be like a, you know, like this kind of format on the ladder. You know, like maybe you get like 2 wins or 2 losses, you know, 2 wins and 2 losses whenever you win with this. But so for people that want to kind of play this kind of format instead of just the one of, maybe that could be kind of cool that you get like, you know, 40 LP for a win and 40 LP for a loss, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, let me know. All right, so anyway, hopefully y'all liked this gauntlet. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for part 2 coming up.